Hey everybody, it's me, Timmy Flowers Guy, and I'm doing a new video series called What If? This is my What If series. This series is about what if possibilities for the Philadelphia Flyers. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about what if the Flyers won the Stanley Cup in 2010. But first, we're going to go way back. The Philadelphia Flyers made the playoffs in the last game of the season against the New York Rangers and won it in a shootout. Their first opponent, the New Jersey Devils. The Flyers won the first game in that series. Then went on to win the second game. They won the first game, then they lost the second game. The third game, Flyers managed to win in overtime, taking a lead in the series, 2-1. And in Game 4, the Flyers took a 3-1 lead in the series, and ended up taking a potential 4-1 series win. And then we go to series number 2 against the Boston Bruins. The Philadelphia Flyers were bested in all 3 games. But in Game 4, the Philadelphia Flyers managed to come back by beating the Bruins and shutting them out. But by beating the Bruins in overtime with a goal by Simone Gagner. Then we go to Game 5, where the Flyers shut out the Bruins 4-0. And then we move on to the game against Montreal. The Flyers absolutely dominate the Canadiens in Game 1 and 2, but end up losing Game 3 in Montreal. And then they end up winning Game 3, Game 4 in Montreal. And then they end up winning Game 5, and they become Eastern Conference champions for the first time since 1997. Now, the series against Chicago. Here's how this is a what if, so here we go. What if the Flyers won the Stanley Cup in 2010? A whole different outlook here. So, the Flyers, they beat Chicago in Game 1. They win the game 1-0, and Michael Leighton gets the shutout. In Game 2, the Flyers lose to the Blackhawks 3-0, but the Flyers play a great game. In Game 3, the Philadelphia Flyers beat the Chicago Blackhawks by scoring 4 unanswered goals in the first period, and Anthony Emmy gets pulled, and Corey Crawford is brought in. In the second period, Chicago manages to get 2 goals. But in the third period, the Flyers win the game 4-2. And the last minute of play, Chicago pulls their goalie for an extra attacker. The Flyers get the puck And who scores an empty net goal? Player bets gets the empty net goal, and the Flyers win Game 3. In Game 4, nobody. It was a goaltender's goal in Game 4. Nobody could get anything past either goalie. Michael Layton and Anthony Emmy put on a hell of a show. The game goes into overtime. Flyers still can't score. Chicago still can't score. It's still tied. Nothing. It goes into the second overtime. The Flyers try their absolute best to score on Yemi. Giroux gets the puck, passes to Hartnell, and looks like the puck had crossed the line. But the referee reviewed the goal, and he waved the goal off. And the second overtime continued. This game went on until 1:30 in the morning, with the third overtime. Finally, Chicago gets a power play. But unfortunately, what happens here is the Blackhawks have the puck. They try shooting the puck. The puck gets blocked, and Claude Giroux grabs the puck, skates on a breakaway, goes forehand backhand, and scores the third overtime winning goal. And the Wells Fargo Center is going crazy. The Flyers have a 3-1 lead in the series. The next game, Game 5, in Chicago. The Flyers played a great game, but it came at a cost. Dan Carcillo was injured, and the Flyers lost one of their best energy players. So the Flyers, they played a great game, but they're outmatched by the Chicago Blackhawks. And Chicago shuts out the Flyers 3-0. And Chicago takes a 3-2 lead. The Flyers this game, Game 6, is in Philadelphia. The Flyers play the Blackhawks. This could be the last game they play. The Flyers pull out all the stops. They don't let Chicago stop them from winning. Philadelphia Flyers, they shoot a barrage of shots on the Chicago Blackhawks goalie. The Flyers, in the first period, scored 6 goals on Anthony Emmy. And in the third period, there was no score. It was still 6-0. In the third period, the Philadelphia Flyers scored one last goal, which is 3.9 seconds left in the third period. And the goal is scored. The Wells Fargo Center is going crazy. We're catching the Wachovia Center, because that's what it was called. With 3.9 seconds left, the clock goes down, the game is over, and the Philadelphia Flyers win the Stanley Cup for the third time in history. And the playoff MVP is Simone Gagnon. Is Claude Giroux. The Flyers win the cup. The ceremony begins. Claude Giroux hoists the cup. picks up a microphone and says, I am proud to be a part of this organization, and I am proud that this team, that all of us, we dreamed of this our whole life, and finally, we did it for you. Not just us, for each and every one of you who wears our jerseys, who comes to the games, who watches the games on TV. This is for you. We love this city, and we're happy that we won a Stanley Cup here. It's the greatest moment in all our lives. Greatest moment in all our lives. I want to thank this great organization. I want to thank Mr. Snyder. I want to thank everyone in this building who came to see this game. Thank you again, guys. This is the greatest moment in the history of Flyers. Philadelphia Flyers hockey. And just like that, the Flyers are the 2010 Stanley Cup champions. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe, leave a comment on this video, favorite the video if you like it, and let's go Flyers!